Hi friends, Ben here. Welcome to another episode of Fire Emblem the Blazing Blade. Last time, we met up with Sane and Kent. They told us that Lord Lundgren, the Lord of Kaylin, is apparently staging attempts on Lynn's life. And thus, our epic tale began. This time, we continue with the story and hope to find a small altar that will help us. A small altar lies on the outskirts of Bulgar. This ancient temple, sacred to the people of Sakai, has long been known for its powerful bond to the world of spirits. Oh my god, is Lynn gonna be the avatar? Haha! Before starting their journey, our travelers come here to pray for their well-being. At this altar, Lynn's hand is directed to a grand inheritance. Welcome to Chapter 2, Sword of Spirits. Ben, hold a moment and allow me a short detour. There is a sacred sword enshrined in an altar east of here. The people of Sakai go there to pray for safety at the onset of a long journey. Oh, how quaint. The teachings of Emblem have the most followers in Ellie. It is nice to see that here at least the ancient customs are still observed. Ooh, bandits. Old man, stay where you are and hold your tongue. Threaten me as you will, but I'll not give up the Manikati. The Manikati is a sacred blade under divine protection. It cannot be removed from its place of rest. You're a fool, old man. What good's a sword if you don't use it? Use it in combat? Sacrilege! Sacrilege? I am Glass. The gods fear my name. My swordplay is peerless. And if I want this sword, then this sword I shall have. Now get out of my way! Oof. This is it. It's more magnificent than I'd imagined. This sword was made for a swordsman of my skill. Huh? What's this? I can't draw the sword from its scabbard? The spirits of the blade have judged you. You have been found wanting. They have rejected you. What? Listen, you senile old fool. If you value your own life, you'll get out of my sight! Hope that was entertaining for you guys. Curses, miserable spirits! I care nothing for you. I'll tear this altar down stone by stone. What are you, Fire Nation? I beg your pardon, milady. Are you headed east, to the altar? Yes, we are indeed. Yeah, then you must hurry and help the priest there. I saw a band of local ruffians head in there not long ago. They seemed intent on stealing the altar's sacred sword. The Manikati? They're going to steal it? I cannot allow this to happen. You look like a virtuous group. Please, help him! Lindis, what are you planning? If you hope to go to the priest's aid, you'll need to prepare. You're right. Say, Ben, there are some homes to the south of us. Perhaps we should go there and question the residents. I like that idea, because the tutorial is going to tell us to do so anyway. Well, foreshadowing a future Fire Emblem title, the 3 buildings to the south are homes. You can speak with the people who live there. They sometimes give you combat hints or useful information about the land and the people. It pays to listen. Sure does. Shall I take the lead? Alright. Tell me what you would like me to do, Ben. They're totally gonna just regulate, like, where I go to the house. Also, Glass. The gods fear your name, but you're a level 3 mercenary. I don't think you're as powerful as you say you are, buddy. You want me to visit that home, right? I understand. Alright. Say, aren't you the... Oh, you're going to help the priest. Well, perhaps you could benefit from something I saw earlier. The bandits may have the main entrance guarded. However, one of the altar's walls is cracked and in poor repair. you might be able to create another entrance by hitting that section with your weapons. We're all counting on you. Alright, we'll deliver. Next, send Sane to visit another home. Start by selecting Sane. Alright. You better not hit on whoever's residing there, Sane. Alright, here we go. Mountains make it more difficult to be hit, but they're difficult to traverse. If you're riding on horseback, you can't cross them at all. Wow. Sane feels hurt, probably. Be careful. Remember, your mounted units possess the ability to move again. After moving, cavalry can move the rest of their movement range unless they've received attack or staff commands. This also goes for units mounted on Pegasi and Wyverns. We don't have any of those yet, but we will later on. Now, give Sane his orders. Just gonna move him one space. Finally, let's send Kent to visit the remaining home. The visit isn't necessary for combat purposes, however, its residents may have useful knowledge. I recommend stopping by. Select Kent. Alright, yes. I'm yours to command. Thank you, Kent. Do you know much about the sword held at the altar? It's called the Manikati, blessed by the spirits. According to the priest, the Manikati is waiting for its rightful owner to appear. It's so odd, don't you think? The idea that a sword can choose who will wield it? Well, I've played enough JRPGs. I know all about this swords getting to have a mind of their own and choosing who is gonna wield them. Like, come on. But I guess it may be confusing to people who aren't familiar with the chosen one trope in media. All right, well. The enemy has moved. You should know something about fortresses. Ah, another tutorial. Fortresses offer more protection than woods do. Fighting from a space in a fortress is beneficial. Remember, this holds true for friend and foe alike. Keep this in mind before engaging your enemy. Fortresses also allow injured units to regain hit points. Your units automatically regain some HP at the beginning of your turn. The HP you recover in one turn is fairly small. As long as you remain in a fortress, you'll regain HP every turn, so a full recovery is possible. There are also places where units can recover HP, including castle gates, thrones, and areas where bosses are found. Yeah, though if you're on one of those, you're probably just going to seize it. You're not going to worry about getting healed by it. But if you're a boss, on the other hand, you're going to have to worry about it. So I'm going to move Sane over here. Actually, yeah, there would be a good place. And then Kent with an iron sword. Okay, the bandit cannot move onto the fortress, so we are good. Alright, let's see who he attacks. Alright, attacking Kent. Come on, Kent. Give him all you got, man. Ooh. Alright, I think if I attack him once again, Kent is going to level up, so... This chapter's goal is to seize the throne. The leader of the enemy is on the throne now. Defeat him and have Lynn seize the throne to finish the battle. His name is Glass. He's a sword-bearing mercenary. Think of the weapons triangle. What weapon is able to beat a sword? Well, you're just going to tell us anyway. Anyway, the lance. Using the right weapon is like a shortcut to victory. Well, I mean, it's pretty much required half the time. But to get into the altar, try using the method that you heard earlier. It's up to you, Ben. Good luck. Alright, yes, that means hitting the that little wall right there. The little broken wall. See that one with the crack in it? It's like due east of where Lynn is. That's where you want to go. Alright. Alright. Let's have Kent just attack this guy once more. Can't really hit me. Yeah, thank goodness. I'm glad I did not jinx that. Oh boy. Alright, Kent leveled up. Let's see what he gets. Yes! Strength, skill, speed, and resistance. Alright, now I think now's a good time for me to clarify a few things. One is that the title of this game. Now, this game has many official titles. When it was marketed, it was just called Fire Emblem, because it was the first game to be released outside of Japan in the Fire Emblem series. However, There were 6 games in the series before this. Yeah, 6 of them. And they were all released only in Japan, with the exception of Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light, which is the first one that got announced in the States in 2020. And this game's Japanese title is Fire Emblem Rekka no Ken, which means Sword of Flame. And in addition, there is a weapon we will find later. Wow, Sane, did you just get hit by a 46? But yeah, there is a weapon that becomes basically the object of the game later on, that this game refers to as the Blazing Sword. So that ends up being, wow, can't be double. That ends up being what most people end up calling this game. However, this game is also a prequel to Fire Emblem The Binding Blade, which is the last Fire Emblem game to be released only in Japan. And Smash fans might know that game as the game that Roy comes from. However, on top of all that, Fire Emblem Heroes and the Fire Emblem wiki page or website refers to this title as Fire Emblem: The Blazing Blade, and therefore that is the title I will be using. Just wanted to clarify that. Okay, so before we go further, I want to talk about the unit stats. Now, I've already gone over Lynn, Sane, and Ken's bios, but I think it's just important to just talk about each stat and what it does. Now, HP, that's your hit points. That's your hit points. And it says the unit loses consciousness if this reaches 0. However, Fire Emblem is pretty infamous for having permadeath. So if a unit reaches 0 HP, they will die. So they will be unusable for the rest of the game. In more modern Fire Emblem games, you have casual mode, which allows units to come back after the end of a chapter. But this isn't the 2010s yet, so we don't have access to that feature. Yeah, unit level max is 20. Now, this level 20 isn't the limit to how far a unit can grow, because eventually they will gain access to further bonuses, which I will get into later because the game hasn't really given us a tutorial. And experience being 100 to get any level. Alright. Now, strength is, higher number, more damage you inflict. This is attack power without factoring in weapons. Skill is, its main purpose is to improve the unit's hit rate. However, it also affects critical hit rate. Now, speed affects both evasion and attacks. So, lower speed means you can't evade as many attacks, and you can't double attack an enemy as much. I believe if a unit's speed stat is 3 more than the enemy, then you can double them. Okay, luck. Now the game says this affects many different things, but its main purpose is to lower an enemy's chance of getting a critical hit on you. Defense is, it reduces damage from enemy attacks, melee, but only those that are melee. So, from swords, lances, axes, and bows. Now, magical resistance reduces damage from magic attacks. Magic is magic is something we'll get into later. We haven't really seen much of that so far, but magic is a thing in this game. Now, movement, that's the normal distance you can cross in one turn. Constitution, yeah, affects rescues. The higher unit's constitution is, the harder they are to be rescued. Now, rescue is an ability commonly associated with mounted units, because they have more aid. Now, max rescuing constitution units with lower cons can be rescued. So, constitution also affects weapons. Now, the higher your constitution is, the more you can effectively use a heavier kind of weapon. And Traveler, the name of the unit with whom this unit is traveling. Then, affinity determines compatibility with other units and what bonuses a unit can get by standing next to it. Now, and yeah, condition is like if an enemy is poisoned you or anything. Now, Iron Sword, all right, now has 5 weight, so since Lynn's constitution is 4, this Iron Sword gives her an attack speed penalty of 1 because your attack speed is determined by your constitution and your weight. It's in addition to your speed. So the total speed penalty is determined by your constitution minus the weight. Just clarifying that. Might is how much the weapon is how strong the weapon is. Hit rate is how often you can hit the opponent with it, and crit is just its base critical hit rate. And that is what all determines these stats. And on top of that, there are weapon levels. These will you will gain weapon experience every time you use a weapon of the specified type. All right, now that was a lot of explanations. I know I started a bit there, but yeah, I hope you've gotten the gist of that. Alright, now I'm going to move Kent onto these pillars. These pillars actually give you evasion bonuses. As you can see, the enemy only has a 24% chance of hitting me. Now, let me send in Insane there first. Alright. Yeah, he does a reliable 12 damage. I like the new background. Good thing he missed me. Alrighty. And Iron Sword. Kent's gonna finish this guy off. Props to Kent for being able to double brigands this early. Oh, and he's about to get another level up too. Pretty nice. Alright. Now, time to take on the boss. I'm gonna have Lynn. I think it's safe to have Lynn start out. Who do you think you are? What chance do you think you have against me? You're messing with a Fire Emblem Lord, dude. You're gonna lose. Now, as you can see, Lynn does not have a 100% chance of hitting the enemy like she usually does. That's because thrones give evasion bonuses. This can be annoying sometimes when you're trying to defeat a boss. Alright. Now, alright, I think Satan has a good chance against this bandit, so I'm gonna use him there. Alright. Good. Still not forgiving you for hitting on Lynn, though, Sane. Alright. Now, alright. Kent can do exactly enough damage to kill this guy, and has an 80% chance, and can only really get hit by 4 damage. Wow, this guy's weak. Yeah, there you go, Kent. You. Alright. Kent leveled up. Let's see what he got. Just HP and res. Yeah, you're not always going to have great level ups with every unit. But, hey, on top of it, we got a vulnerary. Sometimes you'll get items after defeating enemies. A single unit can carry a maximum of 5 items. You might need to drop some old items to pick up some new ones. Bear this in mind. You can see what items your enemies will drop by checking their inventories. Place the cursor on an enemy or an ally Then press the R button to review their personal data. This data screen contains information about the unit you've selected. Press the plus control pad left and right to change pages and view items. If any of the items are glowing yellow, you will get them if you defeat the unit. Don't forget! I will love you guys if you get that reference. Alright. Alright. I hope you're enjoying that experience, Sane, because I don't plan to use you too long term. Just saying. Just saying. Alright, so now that the boss has been defeated, Lyn can seize the throne. And there's victory music playing, so let's do this. Let's end the map. Ah, your clothing. Are you of the Lorca tribe? I'm Lyn, the chieftain's daughter. Are you hurt, sir? Thanks to you, I am unscathed. You have my gratitude. Yeah, gotta remember to do that voice. Oh, and the sword? Is it safe? Yes, I have sealed the sword safely away. Until I remove my spell, the sword cannot be drawn. Now, as a token of my gratitude, I shall allow you to lay hands upon the Maninkati. Touch the blade's pattern and pray for a safe journey. Oh, thank you so much. What? The sword. It's glowing. It's the power of the spirits. Lyn, they have looked into your soul and they call out to you. What does that mean? You are its rightful owner. You are to wield the Maninkati. No, I can't. I couldn't. It is the sword's wish. If you require proof, draw it from its sheath. It came out effortlessly. I never dared to hope that I might meet the wielder of the Maninkati in my life. I am indeed fortunate to see your sword reach your hands. My sword? It is time for you to go, Lyn. You face a great many ordeals. Grip this sword and meet your destiny head on. Yes, sir. Got the Maninkati. Alright. So this is the Maninkati, blade with no equal. Well, no equal so far. This is also unbelievable. Perhaps the most famous sword in all of Sakai. And my hand. It's not so strange. In fact, many legends tell similar tales. Special blades all over the land call out to their proper owners. And yet, when I saw you draw that blade, Lindis, I felt something extraordinary. That sword was waiting for you. You were meant to draw it. Stop it! I'm nothing special. Think of it this way. Some weapons feel more comfortable in your hand, right? Well, the Maninkati itself feels very comfortable with you. Does this make it any easier for you to accept? It doesn't appear that any of us can use it. It does feel right in my hand, a blade that only I can wield. That seems reasonable enough. I can understand that. Look at it then. This is the Maninkati. This is my sword. I must care for it well. Ooh. Evil music. Castle Kaelin. What? Madeline's daughter is still alive? Yes, Lord Lundgren. The girl's traveling with Kent and Sane. What are your orders, if we let them be? Bah! I've heard that Northern Burn is full of bandits. She's just a girl. She'll not survive her journey here. Be careful. She's wielding a sword and most of those brigands are axemen. I'm more concerned with my older brother. His life must be ended quickly. The poison, there must be no blunders. Yes, my lord. He suspects nothing and continues to drink it. The Marquess's death, due no doubt to sudden illness, is not far off. Soon Kaelin will be mine! Well, we've had our quests set out before us. We have now obtained the Manikati, Lin's rightful weapon. And next time, we continue our quest. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment. And and take care, and I'll see you guys then.